Another tour episode of Most Writers fans have just posted. I'm pretty excited about this one. This one I talked to an author named Chris Clarkson. He is a young adult author. He also does a lot of queer characters, which I'm super into. And this stop was put together by this bookstore called Tubby and Coos. It's this very cool queer bookstore in New Orleans, Louisiana. They had us go to this place called the Mile Tap Room and Brewery, and we worked with them to kind of do this event in this brewery. It was very cool. They set up this adult style book fair with mostly queer books. It was insanely cool. Probably the coolest part is that I got to meet Chris Clarkson. So Chris, like I said, is a young adult author. He's also just a cool guy all around. I've gotten to know him pretty well. In fact, I not only met him this first time interviewing him for the podcast, but I also met him whenever I drove through Baltimore on the tour later because he was visiting family there, and I was like, hey, we should get together, and we did. So he's become an actual pretty good friend for mine. If you'd like to hear the beginnings of this sort of burgeoning friendship, make sure you tune into Most Writers or Fans. It should be anywhere that you get your podcasts. About his writing journey, he's a traditionally published author, so we also got into traditional publishing and what that whole deal is. And then we also talked about just sort of writing queer characters and how to write them accurately. And whether or not you listen, you should check out Chris. He's a great guy. His debut is That Summer Night on Frenchmen Street. It's been out for about a year now, maybe a little over a year. It is very good. He also wrote a children's book called Where Did Benjamin Go? It is all about grief and how to sort of deal with grief as a kid, which is a pretty cool thing to do. Not that dealing with grief is cool, but it's cool that there's a book that exists that can help kids deal with it.